I had a bit of bourbon to help me sleep, but I finished reading Homunculus last night, and it's one of the craziest things I've ever fucking read. But as she says here, it's a white Christmas, isn't it? There's a blizzard coming in. The plot line of Homunculus, you have Susumu Nakoshi. He's a homeless guy who sleeps in his car. He feels like he is in between normal people and the homeless, and it's difficult to explain, isn't it? He can see the trauma that people feel in their silent right brain, the the hemisphere of the brain that contains your senses rather than your logical thinking. And every time he helps someone overcome their trauma, he takes their distortion, their monstrous distortion upon himself. It becomes a part of him. So there was a guy that he wouldn't come out of his shell. He was entrapped inside this giant reflective egg, and that became his head. Monabu shows up. Monabu is a medical student who took an interest in the occult, and he wanted to perform trepanation on people, which is to drill a hole in someone's head for the purpose of it could potentially awaken a sixth sense in someone. And what happened with Susumu was that he can speak with and interact with that silent right hemisphere of the brain, the one that contains the thoughts and feelings of someone. He can see their trauma if it in some way relates to a trauma that he holds himself. He's kind of freaking out because every time he helps someone overcome their trauma, he takes on their manifestation of trauma himself. First, it was a robot arm, then it was a leg made of sand, and now he's got a fucking reflective egg for a face. And Susumu was trying to tell him there's got to be a practical and scientific explanation for everything. And Susumu rejects that because he's saying what he considers are monsters in just normal everyday humans. I think basically Monabu was trying to tell him that everything you're seeing is sort of a projection of your own mentality. It's all part of your mind, even if it is real, which Susumu struggled with. He ends up going back to the park where one of his... Susumu is a homeless man that lives in his car, and Monabu paid him $500 to partake in an experiment where he would drill a hole in his head to see if it awakens the sixth sense. One of these homeless he was he was acquainted with. This homeless guy appeared as trapped inside of a reflective egg. The whole thing was like he was protecting himself. He wouldn't come out of his shell. He wouldn't reveal to anyone who he truly was, because he was a chef, and when his wife died, he became drunk, and he lost his own child in to welfare services, protective custody. He ended up stabbing his own arm in a drunken stupor, which took away his only ability to make money. He became homeless, and he felt too ashamed to go back to what he had come to. Susumu helped him deal with this, in that his entire life was happiness until the moment his wife died, and it all took a horrible turn. He told him what he really needed to do was to get back in touch with his daughter, whom he abandoned. But instead, the guy committed suicide. And seemingly, Susumu lost the egg, the reflective egg for a head because of this. He was telling the guy, you have a place to go back to. You have somewhere to return to, and I don't. At this point, Susumu is freaking out. It's like, I have to find a place I can go back to. Shows up, finds out he's got a fucking parking ticket on his car again. His car is the only place he has in the fucking world. He ran away from everything. He was a fucking bank guy. He was fucking rich. He had this entire routine planned out. He would burn a fucking $100 bill in front of a girl on a date, just show her how meaningless money was to him. And then he would give her some fucking expensive perfume or fucking makeup. And then she was his for his taking. This girl he just happened upon, she seems to be a hooker. As far as he knows, she is a hooker. And she's just a prostitute. But she keeps coming back and giving him money or giving him food. He doesn't entirely know why, but when he closes one eye, he sees her as a person whose face changes. Her face becomes the face of someone he knew in the past. It's possible that her face changes every time she tells a lie, but he's not entirely sure of that either. Susumu is an amnesiac. He knows he's homeless. He knows he used to work at a bank and make a ton of fucking money and get any fucking woman that he wanted because he is fucking rich. And he threw it all away, and he does not remember why. And with this girl is something like, he thinks she might have been his ex-girlfriend. He thinks maybe in the past they had some kind of connection, like sexually. He drives her to her apartment. She throws out some bags full of bullshit, like fucking napkins and makeup. She wants to hide them in his car for a while. She wants to stay in his car. And she's gonna pay him to do it. But 7,000 yen, you might as well call that $70. He's homeless. Fucking, he just needs fucking money for gas. He's talking about their past experience. Maru shows up looking for Susumu Nakoshi. Nakoshi-san! There's a fucking blizzard and... What the fuck is this? This guy. It's that girl's John. or Papa. They're pretty sure this girl was a hooker. And she was just banging dudes for money. It's probably desperate times, call for desperate measures. Makoshi-san, Doki no Yuru, desu ka? Konki, no. Homunculus no kata ga jisatsu shite nakunatta. Because Manabu is calling him on cell phone. He's saying, that homeless guy I knew from yesterday, he committed suicide. Manabu just wants to know where he's going. He's like, telling him about how, that guy committed suicide. He's like, yeah, whatever. It's all fine. I don't care. Sore doku desu ka? Kino no kimoi papa. He's telling him that this girl's fucking John or Pimp or whatever. He saw her get into your car. He fucking did a fucking freak out when he saw your fucking illegal parking pass on the car. But this dude's going along with it anyway. He's driving out into the middle of nowhere. It's a fucking blizzard. They had a weird experience recently, and he decides he's going to tell her the truth about it. Basically, I had a hole drilled into my brain. I had a hole drilled into my skull. And ever since then, I can see the silent half of someone's brain. I can see the part that represents their thoughts and feelings and their sensations. I know what's really inside of someone instead of what they let you know. And he's talking to her again about the shit before, where it was like he halfway remembers an ex-girlfriend, but he cannot remember her face. This girl, it seems like every time she tells a lie, her face changes to someone he knew in the past. At some point, she took the face previously of someone that he did not recognize. He took that to mean it was the face of that ex-girlfriend whom he couldn't remember, because he is an amnesiac and he doesn't remember why he left the life of fucking wealth and riches to fucking sleep alone in his car like a fucking infant sucking his thumb. Even there, because he fucking went off the road with snow on the ground. He fucking basically wrecked the fucking car. And then pushing up against the door, they both fell out. He finds out all those bags of bullshit that she had hidden in her apartment. She's been stealing money from the Yakuza this entire time. Her fucking insider, the John or Papa that she was banging, she's been fucking stealing money from, or maybe she was hiding the money for him in her apartment. But she decided to run with it once she had enough. She's fucking freaking out. All her money's fucking blowing everywhere. For once, he sees her fucking kind of desperate. And he laughs, of course. She's grabbing the money, stuffing it into her fucking tits. Non-disco. Yeah. Kyoku Usuka. Her first lie. The first fucking thing she lied about was money. That's what this entire fucking thing was about. She saw him as a person who did not care about money at all. That's why she trusted him to some sense. To fucking help her out. He does not care about money. That's something that he threw away. At this point, she's losing her shit. Don't fucking joke about this. He continues on talking about seeing someone for their true self. She knows he's been saying all this shit in their time together about fucking her face changing and shit like that. She has no idea what the fuck he is talking about. He's a fucking crazy homeless guy. Keep it there, they're writing in this book. So there you have it. Uso, Uso, Uso. But then the furigana. Kane meaning money. Oh no, I'm sorry. Kao meaning your face. Kane meaning money. And the mono meaning things that you own. They're all lies. None of them are fucking real. He's finding how he relates to this person. That none of it was fucking real. None of it actually fucking mattered. He keeps repeatedly talking about, can she see his true self? They end up stuck in... He finally fucking remembers the ex-girlfriend. He's an amnesiac. He's forgotten everything. All he knows is the one person who really saw him for who he is, that she was hideously ugly, and so was he. And she actually fucking saw him for who he was and loved him. But it wasn't good enough for him. The second he became fucking successful and had money, he fucking looked past her constantly. He always wanted the more attractive woman. His own face, before he became successful, had money, had plastic surgery. Finally remembering Nanako, the one person that saw him for who he really was. Here he is looking past her, the other more attractive women, and again, and again, and again, even during sex, covering her face so he doesn't have to see her, even when she was pregnant. Because he was caught up in what else was out there. Anything else that was out there. And he remembers because he saw a flyer, so he got plastic surgery. He changed his face. Caesar remember all this stuff. Of course, it fucks with him. The girl was in their shit as well. Both go back in the car because it's a fucking blizzard. Gradually, the fucking snow covers up the fucking windows until they're stuck in the fucking dark. He keeps insisting that he can see who she really is. His abilities, Homunculus lets him see what's really inside somebody instead of what they let you know. And he keeps asking her if she can see what's really inside of him. And in the dark, she inexplicably just sees something fucking horrifying. She sees him as a demon. But then, of course, her John, the Yakuza Papa, has been fucking tracking them. A fucking item she owned was actually a tracking device. Because he knew better. She immediately tries blaming Susumu, saying that he fucking put her up to it. He was in on the whole thing. He's the one that wanted to rob the fucking mafia. Dude beats the shit out of her. He says some shit along the lines of, she was more than just a hole after all. Just a hole. And Susumu is just standing there waiting. Omae guru ka? Susumu looking at this guy and he closes one eye. So he already knows well enough. Dude's got a gun, he's ready to fucking shoot him. Moto Shimpuri Ko, yeah. This will go simply in the end. He's fucking ready to blast this guy. But he says, put your gun down. Many tatara do surunda. What's that thing I found in your eye? What the fuck? Your younger sister? Motoga. Jude. Dosh. Kisama. Ototo no Meka. The eyes of your younger sister. Omachano Juke. A toy gun. Antatime. Nandatime. Saki. What the fuck are you? From the first place, from the beginning. A toy gun. Your younger sister's eye. Ugh. What the fuck is this? Son a Timarich and a Katanta. It wasn't on purpose. Kataru. Yasuko. Kimi wa kanojo o aishite itachi. Hayaku imoto san no tokoro ni itte agenai to. It's like, just go to your sister. It wasn't on purpose. You didn't fucking ruin her life on purpose by shooting her in the eye with a toy gun. This girl's like, what the fuck just happened? This guy really does see something. He's not just fucking saying some shit. He throws that shit at her because he just remembers the name of that ex-girlfriend, which is Nonoko. Like usual. No. Nanako ni mo anata no kokoro o maku mirareru kashira. Could Nanako really see your heart? See you for who you truly are? It's okay. Ihoho ga arunda. I have a good way. I have a good method of doing this. They're alone in the car together. A little sex action. Better go back a page. A little sex action. They're both sleeping in the fetal position. He always sleeps sucking his own thumb. Takes her in the hotel. He shaved out part of her head. He's gonna drill a hole in her head. He's telling her, just stay calm. I'm gonna drill in your hole in your head, just like it happened to me. And then you'll be able to see the shit that I can see. Cut away the skin. He's got the power drill ready. Here it is. Here it is. She's going to be able to see the homunculi. She's going to be able to see the silent part of the human brain. She's going to be able to see the trauma that people live with. How is it? I'm menitis. I don't see anything. How about now? He's covering up one eye just like he does. Nanimo suguni. Is it like kakoge? Like nothing is coming out, nothing is appearing. You kurimite kanaba. It'd be good to look carefully, tightly, concertly. Close your eyes and try to open them. Puts it together. There drill holes Thinking maybe you can feel our synapses shooting, our neurons, our brains. Kimi ga miru yo ni narumade. Like, is anything happening yet? Boku ga chanto mitete ageru yo. I'll take a good look at you properly. Nante. Maika. Yatto wasaretan da yo. Homunculus to kaite Anna wakari zurai would yoku de awa nai de. 最初から君が出てくれば Oh no. Oh god, oh fuck. He has had a big moment here. What the fuck? Bruh. No. Ikiso. Are. Watashi janai. That's not me. Watashi janai. Kimi da. Daibu. Oh fuck. Something like loading up blood. Gosh, it's like she passed out from all the excitement. And he's like, probably from the blood loss and all the excitement, of course. So maybe he'll just let her sleep for a while. He leaves and, oh shit. Oh fuck, she's hemorrhaging. That's bad. But he's in the hotel restaurant. The fucking waiter comes along and he's like, you're bothering the other guests because you fucking smell like shit. He's losing his shit laughing. He's like, I can't believe I didn't notice it myself. The one thing he had was an acute sense of smell, taste, touch, whatever. He could fix his fucking car based on the smells, the vibrations, etc. But fuck, whatever. He's been kicked out of the fucking restaurant. He's walking around the street. He sees a little couple arguing. He's like, maybe let's take a look with my third eye. What the fuck? They look like me. I'm just seeing myself now. Muslim, look, don't look away from me. Just wait a second. I'm gonna talk to you. your own feelings, you're not good at demonstrating your own feelings, and you have to understand that. My mommy's, I don't know, it was dead. Jikanas goes no Bakarish. It's stupid to waste time regardless of, or it's stupid to let time get away from you regardless of what you see or do. Yeah, he's basically trying to tell these people to fucking live in the moment and appreciate life. And he's right, and as he goes along, instead of seeing deformed monstrosities, he keeps seeing people with his own face. He's finally come to understand that he relates to these people. They are him in some way. They've got some sort of personal trauma that's exactly like something he's experienced himself. Male or female. He's like, is this heaven or hell? And this is 1 year later. There's a car parked out by the shore. He's still fucking homeless. Sitting there fishing just for fucking subsistence. Eye patch over one eye. And there is Monabu, the guy who first drilled a hole in his head. The medical student who apparently his trauma was that he could not decide whether to live life as a male or a female, as a man or a woman, because he owned a fucking pet fish. Suzumi's still living in his car. He still has some of the information that he basically stole from Monabu about fucking trepanation and fucking drilling a hole into your own skull. Did you just come to see me? Did you just come to see it? Like, that I found myself? Taking care of myself? Is that the reason you came? He's been drilling more and more holes in himself just to keep it going. Mamite baka. I think there he was just saying about how it's all skin. He had to get rid of his hair because it was basically just in the way. The girl you called Nanako. Otherwise, Misaseru Noni wa Shikai Mono ni Naru. That girl he halfway thought was his ex-girlfriend, she turned out to be useless. Ora mitakureru ningen o sagashite tanda. I'm looking for people who can find me, see me, who I am. And you still don't see me. You still don't see the real me. As he's saying there that Matawatoe ba Omae no se damo. It's like, to tell the truth, it was your fault from the beginning. Monabu just wanted to drill a hole in his head just to see if something would happen. It's about time you take responsibility for it. He grabs Power Drill and he is dead set on killing Monabu for fucking cursing him with this. That he was happy enough just to fucking forget about life and fucking sleep in his car until he dies. Monabu feeling guilty for fucking awakening this in him. He sees people approaching. People that look exactly like him. People he can relate to. Oh, it's you guys. And he goes right in there to fucking go to prison for the death of that girl that reminded him of this is the craziest shit I've ever seen.